Oh, come on. I hate it when that happens. I hope you enjoyed the service that the children and the young people in Sunday school did for you last week. But I hear you say, well, it's all very well telling me I need to live Micah 6:8, but I'm in lockdown. What can I do? Well, funny you should ask. I am very slowly attempting to do a horticultural qualification at the moment. And I need to take a lot of notes. And because I'm taking a lot of notes, I'm going through a lot of pens. And I've got 2 kids at school and a husband is a teacher, and we go through a lot of pens. And I hate throwing pens away because that's a lot of plastic. And I don't want to put plastic into the environment. But what can you do? Again, funny you should ask. If you were in church last week, you should have got one of these. And this is because it's all very well the youth group talking about Micah 6:8, but we've got to find a practical way of living it. And a really good, practical, on every level project that we've come up with is plastic pen recycling for Ellie's Fund Brain Tumour Research. So if you've got any pens at home that don't work anymore, save them up for us, because as soon as we can, we're going to collect all these old dead plastic pens, so felt tips, highlighters, anything that's plastic. We will collect them all, send them off to Ellie's Fund, and they will recycle them. So that's recycling. And it's also making money for charity. That is Micah 6:8 in a nutshell. So there you go. Save them up. At the moment, you can't get them to church because it's closed. But save them up for us. I mean, we've got loads. We've got a box over there we're collecting. Save them up for us, and we are trying to collect 10 kilos of old plastic pens. So tell your neighbours, tell your family, and collect as many plastic pens as you can. Stop them going into landfill, recycle them, make money for brain tumour research. Micah 6:8. So, it's quite hard work living Micah 6:8 all the time. And do you know what? God knows that. And it is okay to take some time out to relax, to look after yourself and to refresh yourself. Because it says in the Bible that God knows the plans he has for us, plans to prosper us, to give us a hope and a future. And if God knows those plans for us, which we believe he does, I don't think they include being absolutely exhausted, so exhausted that you can't really be of any use to anyone else. So sometimes a bit of self-care, taking a bit of time out to look after yourself and to look after your body that God has given you, your mind that God has given you, stewardship as well, thinking back to our stewardship videos back in the summer, and looking after yourself is a good thing. Take a few minutes out, do something that relaxes you, refreshes your body and refreshes your mind, and let God refresh your body and refresh your mind. Maybe you like to sleep. Maybe you like to read a good book. Maybe you like to walk in the countryside and look at the beautiful weather. Because life is quite weird right now. I mean, we're back into lockdown again. The days are getting darker, the weather is getting colder, and all that can be quite overwhelming. So the second half of living Micah 6:8 is to look after yourself, because you are precious and you are loved by God. And so to look after something that is precious and loved by God, well, that's good and that's important too. Now, whether looking after yourself involves wearing a very nice cat face mask, I don't know. Maybe it does. But you find out what works for you and what honours and glorifies God in looking after yourself as well. And that's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about doing that. I can't talk with this thing on. It also doesn't taste very nice. Looking after yourself is fine, because being exhausted means that you've got nothing to give back to God. And being exhausted means you've got nothing to give back to other people, and you've got no way of living that Micah 6:8. So you have to look after yourself as well. It's a balance. It's a two-way thing. Now, excuse me. You can go now.